The way that people are viewing their information and acquiring their information is changing, and changing probably quicker than you think it is. I'm Robert Cochrane, Engagement and Innovation Specialist at Scottish Widows, and today we're going to look at pensions communications, the future. The key things we're going to talk about are personalisation, connectivity and AI, gamification and social media. So let's kick off straight away on personalisation. What we are seeing is schemes using avatars. So it's a fast and easy way to create video content and to also personalise it. The very first one we did was actually in our Master Trust. So one of the sections of the Master Trust came and approached us and said, hey, we would love to be able to bring all your vulnerable customer support to life. If you visit our website, you'll see this avatar and that vulnerable customer film. We use a company called Synthesia for a lot of our content. You just create the script and then you pop that script in. So you can choose the avatar for your scheme. You can then choose the language, and lo and behold, it's the kind of thing that you could do. You could do it in a day, but by the time you've got all scripts signed off and stuff like that, it takes a bit longer. So that's a really quick run through and how we're seeing some changes to personalised scheme communications. I spoke about connected finances. What I mean by that is the way that people are going to consume their pension information is changing. And you're moving to a world where you'll be able to have one kind of dashboard. There are millions of people in the UK who see all their bank accounts in the one place. We've soon got coming pension dashboards, so you'll be able to see all your pensions in one place. And then you'll be able to connect your finances. You'll be able to see all your pensions, all your bank accounts, and then the stuff in the middle. So Money Hub are currently doing that. What's interesting is then how do you apply AI to that to help you make decisions? So AI is being used by growing numbers of scheme members to research their schemes, to research their finances. And I recently just did a podcast with Thomas Joy of Quiet Room. Thomas won an award for the work he's done around AI and pensions, and it is fascinating. So if you want to hear a bit more about that, go wherever you get your podcasts and just type in Scottish Widows and look for that one, AI X Workplace Pensions. Or you can use the QR code on the right hand side. And if you're interested in this kind of content, I'm also going through the process of interviewing each one of the Scottish Widows Master Trust trustees, again to get their view on what's going on with AI, what's going on with communications, what's going on with retirement, just to get those views and share them. So it's a source of information for you there. Okay, the next one up was gamification of pensions. So gamification of pensions to delight and surprise, to improve pension comms. Many of you will know and will have seen the Scottish Widows Pension Mirror. It's a really clever use of AI gamification techniques and pension information. What happens is it takes something that used to exist as a Snapchat filter. So you'd get your phone, hold it up to you, look in the pension mirror, it guesses what age you are, and then it brings you the Office of National Statistics Wealth and Assets Survey average pension fund that somebody of your age would have. How does it work? Well, you can scan that QR code or just type in Pension Mirror wherever you get your content. But I know from being around the country that there's many employers and many schemes that actually just use this as an engagement technique to get people interested in a pension and then do their own thing thereafter. I know that certain firms just get all their new recruits to go through this. It's just to find a fun way to educate them. And the final thing is, what about going where people go? What are people seeing? Where are they going already? So we know that people spend a lot of time on social media. TikTok's only been about since 2018, and people spend on average 90 minutes a day on it. A huge amount of time. And that's because it's the way that they go. It's somewhere they go for entertainment and education now. A bit like TV. You might think of TikTok as a place for games for dances and trends and all that, but you might be surprised to know 180 million times the words pension was searched for on TikTok in the UK. People are going in large numbers and they're getting their financial guidance support there. And you're beginning to find really big groups growing up on social media. So on the left-hand side here, this is Beck Wilson, the Epic Retirement Club. So she's done a few books around this, what is an epic retirement, and built up a whole community there. But it also exists in the likes of TikTok as well. people talking about what they thought the retirement would be like versus what it's actually like, people guiding you through that journey. And the guy on the right hand side, I've just quit my job. You can join them on their entire journey. So he'd retired early, he'd been humming and hawing about whether he had enough money to do it, and then he starts to give you the kind of lessons that he has as he's going through this. He talks about things like loneliness, they talk about purpose, they talk about getting a dog, what kind of dog should you get in retirement. And if you look on the right hand side, that's a guy called Gabriel the Money Guy. This is on the Scottish Widows TikTok site, and he's talking about pensions. He's become a huge I guess financial influencer these days. So what we do at Scottish Widows is we use influencers that are out there that have already got their own following, people that are coming to them to find out about finances, and we use our own colleagues as well who are experts in different areas. And you can see that in the space of a year, Scottish Widows 330 million impressions. That drove 884,000 visits to our website. There's some big numbers viewing content, sharing content about everything to do with pensions. So that was a quick run through pension communications. The future is not all about scheme level, but it is about how people and scheme members are going to interact with their pensions. So some key themes: personalisation, connectivity and AI, gamification, social media. Thanks very much. I hope you found this educational, and if you want more of this kind of content, follow Scottish Widows, or indeed follow me on social media, on LinkedIn, Robert Cochrane at Scottish Widows. Thank you.